Welcome to Are We Old? The show featuring two comedians getting nostalgic and tackling life's toughest question. Are we old? Here's your hosts, Mike Fenoya and Charles McBee.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Are We Old? I am your humble cul-de-sac Negro, Charles McBee, here with my lovable, wonderful co-host, Mike Fenoya.
Hey!
What up, buddy?
Our first live in person in the flesh.
We are in our new studio, which...
Check it out!
Yeah,
new
man.
Studio.
We're live in the flesh.
Beautiful place.
And as much as, it's nice being in the comfort of our comfy homes. This is like stellar. This
Bro, I love it.
I'm super happy and excited. And you're hearing us through crisp, supreme sound.
Yeah, I feel like I want to do some ASMR for them.
There you go.
Let me fold some towels.
Here, a little scratch on the mic. Little. There you go.
Folks, if you are loving the podcast, we're loving doing it. First of all, thank you so much for hanging with us. Thanks for all the awesome emails. We have a voicemail now.
That's right. And you don't know the number, do you?
Oh, shit. You don't either. No, it's 875.
If you can just start naming cars for kids or something like that.
1877, are we old?
J.G. Wentworth.
No, it's 875.
You want to yap and I'll find it?
420-0690.
Is that it? You memorized it?
Well, it's 420-69.
Oh.
But, I don't remember the first three numbers, which is the important part. I think it's 875.
Well, you if you want to find it, I can yap. If you want.
Yap, I'll find it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Are We Old?
Tell everybody where they can find us on the socials. How about?
Do you think I've memorized that either?
I mean, that's
crazy?
easy.
You can look us up at Are We Old? Are We Old Pod? Figure it out which one is which. Go to our link tree. It's all there.
What's the link tree?
It's something Are We Old? Link tree.
Awesome.
Yeah, we hope you guys are enjoying the show. Thank you so much for all the emails, for all the, phone. We got a couple voicemails already, the phone calls and the messages and everything that you've been dropping on us thus far.
Did you know that all of the OnlyFans curators have earned more than all NBA players?
Two things. One, that doesn't surprise me. And two, is that a real thing?
According to
something you found
according to Instagram,
online.
According to Instagram, it says.
Well, that's a reliable source. Maybe it is. I don't think. I mean, it's not. Of course, it's not like all freaking OnlyFans models, but I'm sure there are a handful or some that definitely
combined, all combined versus NBA.
Oh, all combined versus. Oh, well, there's probably a lot. I wonder how many
more OnlyFans
are on there, but there's definitely, I just saw a video, not on OnlyFans, not that I'm above it, but there was a girl on Instagram talking about how she made six figures on her feet alone, and not just feet, but it's like she can post the pics, but then there's also requests of guys who pay more for specific things. Foot shavings.
It's like her dead skin.
Yeah. Guys pay her to send her panties, which if
her foot panties.
Yeah, well, her regular panties, I guess.
I know.
But I mean, she's if a guy's paying you for your panties, you're just going to Target.
Yeah, honestly, pouring a little salad dressing on them and going here you go.
I mean, yeah, great guy. Yeah, you're there. Yep, she was really. Mm-hmm.
Guy's is that poppy seed vinaigrette?
Oh my god.
That smells like Newman's Own.
Yeah.
It's insane. But I mean, look.
I say good.
But this is me, old me, going you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
How ridiculous is it that a girl, the 90 Day Fiance girl, made $200,000 selling farts in a jar?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so there's more people that would rather spend money on toenail clippings and farts. Which how do you know that your jar has been farted in? When it comes in the mail. and you open it.
I would imagine it's still there. You fart in a jar and seal it. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
right?
but I don't know. But what if you have what if your favorite OnlyFans
Check
model...
out our Patreon. We'll fart in a jar.
I mean, for real. I mean, and those will be the most potent jar farts you'll find out on the market. But I guess my point is this. There's more people that want that than... I guess not. I don't know. I was going to say, then would watch a dunk contest.
Absolutely. Have you seen this past All-Star game? It sucked. I'd much rather look at some feet than watch these yokels ruin another All-Star game.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What if D. Brown farted in a jar?
That wouldn't... It would be D. Brown, all right.
A no-look jar fart.
Yeah.
I want D. Brown going...
Oh, yeah. That would not be pleasant.
Insane. So that's the thing. So I've never... logged on to OnlyFans.
Lisa's not listening, all right?
I have never logged on.
Logged on. There we go.
I've never logged on to OnlyFans. So what do you do? How do you know what you're... I kind of feel like it's weird. Somebody must go on there and go I wonder what my fetish is.
I mean, you know what your fetish is. You know? Even if you're watching regular porn, you go to certain things that
but that's
turn
regular
you
porn.
On more. Well, yeah, but now if you're interacting, quote unquote, with girls on OnlyFans, you're going to probably interact with girls that lean more towards whatever your kink is or whatever your thing is.
This is the problem with phones. This is the problem with online gambling. Mm-hmm. This is the problem with all of it, dude. Words with friends, everything. You used to have to leave your house to go gamble.
Yeah.
You used to have to leave your house to get and kill a hooker, I guess, to get foot scrapings.
Yeah. If that was your thing.
How do you know foot scrapings is your thing? And also, are people watching these people that are into foot scrapings? If my dude, if I had a kid and she came to me and she was like, I made $1 million this year selling underarm, I shaved my hair and sent it to a dude in Duluth.
Yeah.
I'm calling the Duluth fucking FBI and being find my daughter's armpit hair and arrest this dude.
I'm going at a girl.
Are you?
I'm a caveman. So I'm very much
so she's been growing her armpit hair.
She's been growing her own. Yeah. If I'm very much I'm not into, I don't care who doesn't like it, whatever. My girl, if she's naked on Instagram or some shit like that, I'm not down with that. As far as dating, being in a serious relationship with a girl who's half naked on online or whatever, do your thing. I don't care, but I just won't date or marry.
Live your truth.
Whatever. Right. But if my girl was hey, I made $1 million showing my pinky toe on I'll be yo, babe, we are...
Let's shoot for $2 million this year.
Moving on up.
Yeah, totally.
I'm not tripping off of foot shavings and fucking farts and jars.
I just don't know how you know that's your thing. And if it is your thing, you need help.
I think it is... I don't think it's... foot shavings per se. I don't think that some guys on... I'm guessing. I'm not thinking he's Googling foot shavings. I think it's you're so into a chick. You ever heard that phrase, she looks so good, I'd drink her bathwater? That's you've never heard that? Old school.
I've heard don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
No, there's just a phrase in the zeitgeist from back in the day. It's man, she looks so good, I'd drink her bathwater. Just
you have to say it
crazy.
That.
Yeah, you got to say it like that. Man, jive turkey. But it's that type of thing where there's some guys that might actually would drink her bathwater.
I understand what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Totally. They want to wear her skin and
shit. Yeah. It's just
freaks, dude.
Freaks, man.
Now, see, that's the thing. If I'm at home and I'm sitting on my couch and I feel like gambling, boom, I just bet the game.
Right. No, that's dangerous now. We're off the cliff with that.
So now I go bing, and it's there. Samantha just bought panties. Watch her for $20, unwrap them, and whatever. And you go, fuck, why not? No, I could do it.
Yeah, we're definitely at an age now where all of your intricate little desires, little freaks that you used to have to... Sebastian Maniscalco has a great bit where he's just it used to be that if you wanted to dress up like a baby, You had to do it at home by yourself. And if the neighbors caught you, you were the freak that dressed up like a baby. Now you just go on Google and go, I want to dress up like a baby. And there's 1,000 other freaks.
A community.
And you go to a convention.
You go to BabyCon.
And it's a whole thing.
Unbelievable. Well, congratulations, OnlyFans.
Congrats.
And God bless all you freaks that are paying for it. I'm going to try to live my life without, there's a couple things. I don't want a catheter.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go on OnlyFans.
I've donated a couple times. I'm not going to lie.
You have?
Yeah.
You got a collection of jars?
No collection of jars. I've not gone that far.
Donated. You're supporting the arts.
Yeah, I'm supporting the arts.
Amazing. Dude, the other day, a little nostalgia moment.
Okay, let's do it.
I watched a movie that, man, I got mixed emotions. I don't know if it held up. Willy Wonka, the OG Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Not this Johnny Depp Willy Wonka.
The story in general is just a dark ass story.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Weird. All that shit from those days when, like, authors were just, like, living in huts, doing heroin and whatever, drinking ether and writing about kids in chocolate factories.
It was always about kids dying or something like that. And then like Disney or whatever would pluck it and be like, let's shush it up just a tad.
Yeah.
Like all the Disney movies and fairy tales, go read like the originals. They're like dark as shit. But
they make nightmares adorable.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's okay. It's a wolf dressed as your grandmother.
Yeah. Hansel and Gretel and
just kid soup.
Just kids just killing kids, putting them in soup for sure.
Weird. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with, God bless him, one of the best ever, Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder is one of the GOATs.
Shout out. Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles, you name it. But Wonka, he's one of my favorite characters of all time.
Yeah.
Start to finish. Willy Wonka, what a weirdo. From when he like put the cane into the bricks and he keeps walking and then he starts to creak and fall backwards and rolls and all that. And like the whole thing, he talks in rhyme and riddle and things are backwards. But dude, can we talk about Charlie Bucket's family and how up until he gets a golden ticket, which first of all, what the hell are the odds that he's going to get? He lives in like a shoe or whatever the hell.
Well, he didn't get one until like the very last. He was about to like off himself because the amount of pressure this kid put on his shoulders to win this ticket because of his lazy ass, punk ass family that conned him for 20 years. Well, he wasn't even 20, but like was conning the family for like 20 years of like, I can't get up.
I can't get up.
Sick.
Hey, dude, his 4 grandparents made a coffee table.
It was like one bed that they all slept in,
and they slept toes to taint.
Speaking of freaks,
yeah, really,
like
dude.
what? Yeah, it wild. I mean, and then like all the tickets, and then Charlie. First of all, you watch the movie, and Charlie's like, it's like he couldn't afford any candy. All the other kids could get all the candy, but then you're watching the kids inside the candy store. The dude's not charging the kids for any of the candy. They're just going wild. He's pouring candy into their mouths. I'm like, what kind of
weird ass candy? Yes, exactly.
Just walk in.
Just walk in and take shit and leave. How about his dickhead math teacher that was trying to teach fractions?
Yeah.
And he's like, 2? I can't do 2. Let's just pretend it's 200. Because the guy was so dumb he didn't even know how to do like small fractions, whatever. Charlie Bucket, he goes home. His mom is stirring laundry with the world's biggest wooden fork.
Right.
Right? What the hell's that? There was a whole hut of laundry. And then he like walks home. His grandparents. This is one of those things where it's like, even when I was a kid, I was like, I felt like I could smell that room.
Yeah. How bad must that room? If they can't get up, who's
washing their ass?
Oh my God.
And are they just peeing and are they just like, is it
know.
some weird like Jenga tower of like just old arthritic bones
it's
in
bad.
piss?
It's bad.
You never go to like an old person's house and it smells like mothballs and like
of
dead mice in the attic and shit. I feel like that like Charlie Bucket's house just reeked like that. And then Grandpa Joe, that grifting son of a bitch, Grandma Josephine, Grandma Georgina, the other friggin', I don't even remember the other guy's name.
Yeah.
He was just there with big glasses laying there. He could be dead. But Grandpa Joe clearly Charlie's favorite.
Yeah.
The minute this guy gets an opportunity to line his pockets.
You know what Grandpa Joe is? He's that uncle of every like NBA or NFL kid that
Yes.
like soon as he makes the draft, he's like, I always knew it. Got it. Hey, young blood, gotta take care of the family.
That's it. He was Bobby Boucher's dad in The Waterboy.
Yeah, exactly.
When he shows up last minute, he's like, forget college, dummy. We could be business partners. Yes, that's exactly right. He's like, all of a sudden, like, oh, get me my slippers and my cane.
Yeah.
And he gets up and he starts breaking into like wind sprints, dude. He's running around the room. The guy went from like dead, like literally he was like a part of a table.
Yeah.
To sprinting. And then he's like all good to go. Fits into his old suit. And now he's like, him and Charlie are like breaking rules. He makes Charlie drink the fizzy lifting drink that like he flies up to the fan.
Bro, how many casualties do you have to watch in front of you?
Oh my
Before
God.
you're like, you know what? Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, a moment of silence for Veruca Salt and Mike TV and Augustus Gloop.
I mean, not that they didn't have it coming, but like you're like in this factory and just like kids are like blowing up into blueberries and like getting sucked into toilet funnels and it's just like
he was a bad egg.
bad, yeah. Man, also you got gooses laying golden eggs. What the fuck are you selling candy for?
What are you selling candy for? You have a golden goose, dude. And Veruca Salt's like, I want one. And everyone's like, oh, of course. No, I would have killed.
Yeah.
I would have killed Wonka with Mike TV and taken all those geese and been like, yo, fuck chocolate, dude.
Yeah, we're in the biz.
Golden eggs. How much would they be right now?
Yo, that's what you're buying in Whole Foods right now.
It's golden eggs.
You go to you feel like you're buying a golden egg. I'm sorry, is this Wonka? Like, what's going on here? Are these geese eggs? Yeah, exactly.
Unbelievable. So it's real quick though before we get off of Wonka.
Yeah.
Watch it now, sober.
Yeah.
It's a fucked up film.
Of course, absolutely.
Remember that whole weird like boat trip they took?
Yeah.
And he's like, everything is moving slowly, doo-doo, and it's like worms and bugs, and what's the point of that?
I don't. They're high on acid or something, or the Oldpa-Loompas.
Yeah, it's
like,
a weird ass movie.
It's crazy. It's a pretty dark film.
Charlie Bucket was never in anything else.
No, was it? Yeah, I don't know.
He was in that, and that was it.
Maybe that's the spell continues.
Was that what it was? They
Yeah.
were just like, yeah, we can't. Like, once you win it, that's it. You're out. You're done. Oh, look, this is
What do we
Charlie
got?
Bucket, Charlie and Chocolate Factory. Oh no, wrong one. Willy Wonka, 1971. That movie. Peter Ostrom was his name.
Peter Ostrom.
And no, he was never in anything else. He acted once, and that was it.
Wow. Yeah.
What if he gets residuals?
I don't know. There was a kid, I don't want to go too deep into it because I have to remember, but I remember reading about this kid that was in he was a popular kid in a Disney film. Like way, way back in those old school Disney films. He was like in a bunch of them. And then he like got like one zit and they were like, you're done. And he had a fucked up life after that. And like he was like black, like Disney like blackballed him. It was a whole thing. And to the point where I think he like, you know.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a
of one
fucked
pimple?
up story. Well, I don't know if it was, but he like got older.
He got older.
He got a little older.
And they're like, you're not cute anymore.
They're not cute anymore. Yeah, he was like the quintessential cute kid that they like. He was like almost like a Shirley Temple. What's not Shirley? What's that little actress?
Shirley Temple?
Yeah, Shirley Temple. He was like that kind of thing where it's like the quintessential cute little kid, and they put him in everything. And he was on merch also and got no residual, no nothing. And the second he started to like go through a little puberty or whatever, they cut him out, blackballed him. And he wasn't able to work again, and he like had a terrible, terrible life after that. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
Oh my God, man, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. See, it's why sometimes the wanting is better than the getting.
The wanting is better than the getting.
And that's a message from us to you.
The more you know.
The more you know. I have a pup. One of the saddest things about having a pup.
You already know it's coming at some point.
Louis C.K.'s got a great joke about it where he goes, "Here, kids, here's a thing we're going to cry about in 15 years."
Yeah.
You know immediately the dog's going to die.
My good friend Leah Bonema. And,
Shout out
Leah
hilarious
Bonema,
Leah Bonema.
And Dustin Shafman. They have they have 2 dogs, and she was telling me about their conversation about that, and they just basically looked at each other and was like, so when it comes about that time, we're just gonna all just drive collectively off a cliff, right?
Yep.
Like we're just gonna,
Dude,
that's how we're doing this. We're not. Yeah, it's like that.
Literally,
I'm the same with my pup.
Nothing is worse.
Yeah.
Nothing is worse. And it's like we all go through it. And you go, I wish dogs could live longer.
Yeah.
Well, Charles, what do you think about this? Mike, I don't know if you could bring it up, but there's all of a sudden now they're going to have an FDA approved medication that's going to make your dog's life longer. Okay. Now, it's an anti-aging drug called LOY001 to slow aging and improve quality of life in large breed dogs. So I did a little bit of research. Can you just take a guess as to how much time this adds to your dog's life? Take a stab.
Out the gate? Is this in dog years or like?
That's amazing. Yeah, totally.
1,000 years in dog years.
In dog years. That's amazing if it's only in dog years.
Like, oh my God, he gets 20 more years.
They go, the dog gets 5 more dog years. You're like, that's 3 weeks.
I'm going to guess in people terms, I'll go 10. If they're really, if they're going to swing out of, if they're going to really make a swing for it.
If they're going to make a huge deal about it, you'd think, okay, it's going to like double the dog's life or whatever. 1 year. So let me ask you this. How the hell do you even know it's the medicine?
How do you,
I mean, it's not like you know, it's not like an expiration date and it's like the dog's going to die.
Right.
So like, how come it's like if a dog normally lives 10 to 14 years,
right,
and the dog makes it to 14 and a half,
right, how do you know it's the medicine? Yeah, that's a good point.
What if you just got a dog with some badass genes?
Yeah, what if it's been the farmer's dog food that you've been feeding them?
Yeah,
which, hey, sponsor us. I just shouted you out. But what if it's been just you know, good food and whatever, and genes and whatever the I think it's a little bit of a grift. I think, though, with these things, this smells like one of those things where they go, what would people give their left nut and tit for their pet? More than their kid, more than anything, their pet, their dog specifically.
Specifically their dog.
And I believe they will sell whatever, like people will do whatever. Okay, an extra year. Okay, whatever.
Dude, if you want to make a scam, anything with pets, literally anything, like the amount of money I spend. I bought my dog, like TikTok now, Instagram, the algorithm now knows, push dog beds to Mike and he'll buy them. I've bought my dog beds and I get them and I go, that's not good enough for my dog.
Not my
and
dog.
I send it back. I'm calling China.
Yeah.
I'm going, what kind of bullshit dog is this made for? Not my American dog.
Yeah.
And, I spend so much money on my dog. I mean, it's insane the amount. So when I saw this, I was like, baby, we're never gonna have to ever be apart. I was talking to my dog, and she's like, you're too close to my face. And I looked it up, bro. A year. Yeah, it's not a fucking year.
Yeah, it's not good enough. Maybe maybe it's something where it's like, well, as we continue to develop, we'll continue to develop because this is
don't tell me about it,
trash.
I want I want like a 50-year-old, 60-year-old dog.
Yeah.
Imagine how like shitty and gross.
It's like you take this Viagra. It only lasts for about 10 seconds, but
you're gonna be hard in 8 years. I don't know.
No, I agree. It's the things you're willing to do. Well, the saying goes, the reason dogs don't live as long is because we just don't deserve them.
I know.
We just don't deserve them.
I think I read something that like they asked a little kid like why do dogs die early, and he was like, because their whole life is so full of happiness that it takes us 100 years to even match the 15 years of happiness that like maybe they don't live too short, we live too long. And I'm like, that is a scary, evil, and also very true kid. I nothing is worse. Nothing is worse. Did you have to do?
So when I was a kid, I was spared that part of it. So my grandmother had a dog that was basically, I called my dog. It was my dog. It was Sam Dog, RIP Sam Dog, Samson full name. And when it became around that time, I was spared the intricate details of what all went down. I just remember, you know, he was there, and I remember he was getting a little gray in the tooth, or long in the tooth and gray in the whiskers.
Long in the tooth.
Long in the tooth and gray in the whiskers.
You're always good for like a nice Dickens throwback.
Yeah.
Long in the tooth.
Long in the tooth. And getting slower, and I knew it was, you know, not going to be a super long time. And I might have went to camp or something or whatever, and then came back, and it was just like, he was on the TV.
Oh, in a jar.
Yeah.
The ashes. Mm-hmm. And you said, "Where's Sam Dog?"
Yeah, I was like, "Where's Sam?" And I was like, well, he's on top of the TV next to his picture.
You said, "Look at Pee-wee's Playhouse. Look above it.
There you go,
Sam Dog."
I was like, "Okay."
And you have a wolf now, right?
Yeah, little pup Simba. He's actually in Ohio, so with grass and lawn and all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, he's the light of everyone's life, and it's just like, no, he's gonna live forever, right?
I'm just like, this one's going to live forever.
Forever.
Dude, when I was a kid, dogs would live to like 18, 20, whatever.
Yeah.
And they lived outside.
Yeah.
In a doghouse.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, like, if you had a dog in a doghouse now.
Oh, you'd be a SWAT team will come.
Literally, like a liberal arts college would be like protesting outside your house.
Sometimes I'll look at Simba and I'll go, when he starts acting like a little snot, and I'll be like, do you realize
even know
what dogs, like how dogs lived when I was a kid? You have any idea?
It's insane, dude.
Yeah.
My dad had 2 Doberman, and I think I saw them 4 times in my entire life. They were just in the backyard.
Yeah.
Like, I would look back and I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, I wonder if anybody's fed them, or
Back
they were
in the
in
day.
it like a cage.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, dogs had it not great back in the day. Or there was at least a separation from like rich dogs to now a regular standard dog is like your dog, right? Who has a plush, nice bed and a great backyard. A rich dog today has on like a Chanel velour,
Literally getting like,
and is rolled around in like a baby stroller on Fifth Avenue on the Upper West Side. Or
have you
like that.
seen those dogs that are like laying there like
Yes.
this, and they're getting like facial massages and all that? Like, they're living better than us.
Yes, 100%.
You see, how do they get these? You said something to me the other day that made me like, uh-oh, because I'm a sucker for anything dog on Instagram or anything. You remember what you told me?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Because what they show, a dog that was like, had narcolepsy.
Yeah.
And it was like the dog was walking and then,
yeah.
And I'm like, dude, look at this dog. And you go, I wonder if for the clicks, if they're just giving this dog, like roofing these dogs.
I was said specifically, just so the audience knows, so I don't get too sensitive, I said, I hope that they're not for the clicks.
Right. No, of course.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you did. And then I was like, oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
And then that made me feel like I need to do some vigilante work.
I would do it, because my whole thing is like, not just dogs, but like it's very much the older I get, I'm turning into like Betty White all of a sudden. I'm like such an animal like activist now. I don't know what it is, but like the older I get, I'm just like, these animals need protecting. They are, you know, they're gifts from God. Like we're just infringing on their space, and
they were here first.
They were here first. They do nothing to us, and we just shit on them all day. And so like I'm watching like seals getting rescued. I'm watching turtles getting unwrapped out of like plastic. I'm like, I want all of it. But then there are some that'll pop up on my feed, and I'm just, and even in the comments, sometimes people would just be like, we might need to do a little investigating, because unfortunately we live in a time where clicks and money and stuff still rule, and people still do anything for the looks, for the likes, the clicks, and the money. And so sometimes my old man cynicism kicks in, and I'm just like, I hope this is legit and not just some like, you know, ploy. But yeah,
I'm with you on that. And I think that we can make that an Are We Old mission. We're coming for you.
We're coming for you.
If you're fucking with dogs just for clicks, you're gonna have to fuck with us.
That's right.
Guys, our first episode in the new place.
First episode in the new place.
New format.
It's great.
A little more rapid fire.
Listen, I think it's great. I think everyone, we got more for you. We got more for you on the Patreon. We got more for you. Live shows will be coming soon. And yeah, just continue to support. And we thank you very much.
Stay young.
Stay young.